Hey guys, my name is Tiago. I'm a first year medical student. A couple of weeks ago, I answered some questions that I asked on Instagram, but the video was really long. It was over 20 minutes long, so I decided to cut it up into three smaller videos. And so this is the first one of three, and I hope you enjoy. Let me know what you think of it down below. See ya. All right, so it is Saturday. I've been studying since the morning. I'm on a long break here. I exercised, ate my lunch, just going for a walk. Haven't been outside. I decided to, a couple weeks ago, I asked some questions on Instagram, or I asked 4 questions, and so I wrote down just a couple of them, and I'm gonna take some time to answer them for this video. I hope they are helpful and they're of use to you, provide some value. So the first question asks, what's the thing you like the most about med school? That's an easy question and a difficult question at the same time. Med school is quite the roller coaster. You know, growing up, you expect it to be one thing. You always expect your dreams to be this amazing experience, and then once you get there, it's a little bit different than you imagined. So one of the best things that I like, so I asked this on Instagram and I answered it on Instagram, but I'll say it again. My favorite part is our physician skills development, so PSD, where we get to actually learn physical skills, clinical skills to, I'm not sure if you can hear that sound, but we learn clinical skills to apply, use with patients. We learn history taking, we learn physical exams for joint pains, you know, your musculoskeletal system. Right now we're learning cardiac exams, and we're going to move on to resp and nephro and all that. So that's one of the more fun parts of med school that I really enjoy. It's actually pretty tough. It's fun to learn. It's a lot of stuff to know, and when you have to do an OSCE, which is one of our examinations, you're being observed by a doctor and there's a standardized patient. That's intimidating because you really do have to know your things, and you only have a couple minutes to do your exam and come out with a differential or a diagnosis, whatever they ask. So it's fun and challenging. Other parts, just being in a class of people who are highly motivated. We all have similar interests. That's really fun. You get to learn a lot of new stuff, new to you stuff. The amount of knowledge that you accumulate within a week is crazy. Within a semester, a lot. Like, I'm only a semester and a month in, and the amount of things that I know from September is tremendous. I can't even imagine 4 years of this plus specialty. So it's nice that once you start learning these terms and you hear it in the clinic, you start to make sense of these things. Somebody talks about some type of disease, you understand what it is. And so that starts to become fun because now you're learning the language of medicine. And so it's a very unique experience to do that. Medical school is challenging because of all the content there is, because of all the testing that they put you through. It's non-stop studying to an extent. I mean, you can study a little bit less. It depends what kind of grade you want or what your capacity is. It definitely affects your ability to socialize with family and friends and pursue different types of hobbies, but that is what pursuing a career takes. It creates exclusivity. That's what focus is. And you're so focused on this one thing that you exclude everything, most things, out of your vision, and you dial in. It's not easy. There have been moments where I've felt like giving up. You know, I just want to throw my hands up and say, nah, it's not worth it. This isn't what I expected. And there's moments where it's rewarding and I want to stay. And so there's a lot of pros and cons, and I think it really depends on what you choose to nurture in your mind. You can either feed your positive thoughts, positive perspective and attitude, or you encourage a negative attitude, and so then it becomes a little bit harder. And so that's been my experience so far. Now that's just mine. I know I have friends who absolutely love it, wouldn't change it for the world, and I'm sure there's other friends that probably feel like quitting as well. So a class of 120 in the English stream, the spectrum is wide, and there's a lot of personality, and so different experiences. Whenever I ask my mentors who've been through the medical school training, which can be grueling, they always say it is worth it. At the end, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Don't quit, keep pursuing it. If you want to talk or listen more about this, I encourage you to listen to my interview with Dr. Goldman.